What's up, people? This is Angel back with another Accepting the Unexpected blog or vlog. For those of y'all who don't know, I had the baby August 29th. That's the reason why I haven't done a blog lately, because I've been getting used to being a mom. But this vlog specifically is to tell you all about my labor and delivery. And then the next one, I'll tell you all about what it's been like to transform from being just a married 20-something-year-old to now a mommy of a little boy. So anyways, labor. I did everything I could. Oh, well, first, sorry, before I go into that, I am having to multitask, as you can see now, because my son is asleep. So now I'm trying to hurry up and cook dinner before he wakes up and do this blog at the same time. So follow with me. I'm going to be moving and grooving. I'm in my kitchen right now instead of in the nursery. So anyways, I was doing everything in my ability to induce my labor. I had taken so much castor oil that it almost started not having a flavor to me. I was drinking raspberry leaf tea, walking 3 miles a day, trying to get this baby out of me. And finally, early on Friday morning at 2 a.m., a contraction woke me up out of my sleep. And I actually had some on that Thursday as well. So the contraction woke me up at around 2 something. And I went to the restroom, as I do several times in the night. And I'm not going to really share the details because it's not as hot. But when I went to use the restroom, I noticed that something wasn't the same. I was having what they call a bloody show. So I was like, oh, we're in business, right? So obviously I couldn't go to sleep, so my contractions already was jumped off at like 5 minutes apart. So I decided I was going to curl my hair because I refused to go to the hospital looking all, horrible looking. I wanted to go to the hospital in style. So I curled my hair and everything, took a shower, and the contractions were still coming 5 minutes apart. And they weren't like horrid, obviously, being that I was able to curl my hair, take a shower, and all that stuff. So I then go and lay in the bed with Marcus after I pinned up my hair, and I let him know, okay, that's when I finally woke him up and told him, I've been having contractions, they're 5 minutes apart, but they're not strong. I said, so eventually I'm going to want you to get up and walk with me. So at around 4 or 5, we decided to start walking up and down the street, and my contractions were now getting to the point where I was having to pause during the contraction, like stop whatever I was doing, breathe through the contraction before we kept moving. But still, they weren't where everybody said they would need to be before I went to the hospital. Because like I said, I was trying to do the Bradley method, which is completely unmedicated birth. So we get home from walking, and then all of a sudden my contractions stopped completely. Like just to a dead halt. So Marcus is like, well, I'm going to go ahead and go to work. Call me if anything happens. And mind you, my mother's here, so it's not like he's leaving me by myself. So after about an hour or two, my contractions start back up. Now they're separated, but they are coming strong. Like, I'm definitely having to pause. I'm having to breathe through them because they are no joke. Anyways, I go through this. They go from like 10 to 12 minutes apart to finally at night, at like 10 o'clock at night, to 7 to 8 minutes apart. Now, mind you, in the class that I took, all these little ladies that had their babies, when they come in, they're like, yeah, my labor was 12 hours long. These are all first-time moms. My labor was 18 hours long. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. I started labor at 2. I have passed the 12-hour and 18-hour mark, and I'm trying to figure out why I still don't have a baby. So I call my doctor, and he's like, I don't think you're ready to go to the hospital, but if you want to go. But my contractions are so bad, even at 7 to 8 minutes apart, that I can't imagine having to sleep with these guys. So I said, forget this. Maybe my body's different and I've dilated all the way. I'm going to the hospital. Go to the hospital. The lady checks me. I'm only 1 centimeter. She's like, I'm going to send you home. I'm like, stupid. Then she's like, I don't like how the baby's responding to your contractions, so I want to monitor you for a little while longer. But she's not letting me get out the bed. Now, mind you, I've been getting through my contractions at home because I got my music going. I'm Rough Rider, dancing, with them to get through them, right? You know what I'm saying? And so she's telling me now I got to be strapped to a bed to get through and try to deal with these contractions. So I'm ready to smack Gloria in her face. That's the nurse. And because she is like, yeah, no, you can't get out the bed. You can either roll from side to side. If I see Gloria on the street, I'm going to jab in her face. Anyways, she's like, yeah, I'm not letting you go. You're going to have to stay here overnight until the doctor comes in the morning. And she checks me again, and she was like, oh, yeah, and you're 3 centimeters now, so we're going to have to admit you anyway. So I'm laying in bed, and mind you, my husband, he's wonderful. He stayed up with me. I'm falling asleep in between contractions, but he stays awake the entire time so that when I do have a contraction, I can grab his hand and breathe through him. Okay, so let's fast forward to 8 a.m. Finally, the doctor comes. He looks at what my baby has been doing since I got there, and he's like, oh, this is fine. But he also knows that I've been in labor since 2 a.m. and it's now 8 a.m. the following day. So he just breaks my water. Now, mind you, I didn't want my water broken. Didn't matter. He broke it anyways. And then he put a lead on the baby's head so that I wouldn't have to have the monitor on my stomach. When they broke the water, there was meconium in my water, which means the baby had already pooped on itself, which can be a problem because if the baby inhales it, it could cause pneumonia, which can be very serious for the baby. So that has me worried because there's a lot of poo. Like, this baby has been dutying for the past couple of hours. It was probably the castor oil that I was drinking, to be honest. So anyways, when he broke my water, it was as if he unleashed hell in my uterus because those contractions took off. Okay, like, on your mark, set, go. Okay, so anywho, I am now screaming. My mom is trying to hold my hand. Marcus is trying to hold my hand. I'm ready to kill everybody because I still can't get out the bed. And the doctor's like, we're going to start you on Pitocin. Now, for those of y'all who know me, know that I think Pitocin is of the devil because it makes your contractions even stronger than what they are already. So now they're about to give me Pitocin, and I'm already not dealing with after my water's being broken. I'm trying to speed this up so that I can make sure I get this all on YouTube. Anywho, so I'm like, well, I've got to get epidural because if you all give me Pitocin before I get any pain meds in me, I'm going to tear this hospital apart. Pretty much. Going to blow it up, shoot it up, bang, bang in your face. Okay. Now, mind you, I'm petrified of getting an epidural. And then the anesthesiologist had on, it smelled like 18 different perfumes. So I'm ready to kill her. But she was very quick, well, once she finally got it in there. It took a little while to set up, but she was very quick after she got it in. That sucker kicked in, and I was out for the count. The thing that I was worried about with the anesthesia is that I thought, not the anesthesia, epidural, I thought I wouldn't be able to feel my legs, but I could still feel my legs and move them, so it wasn't playing mind games. I didn't want to feel like I was paralyzed, so I slept until it was time to push out the baby. I didn't know that my doctor already thought I was going to be getting a cesarean. He had given up on me like I was a lost cause, but luckily Katrina, my new nurse who came in the next day, was off the chain. Every couple of hours, she would roll me over to make sure I was dilating properly because you have to dilate to 10 centimeters before you can start pushing. So we get to 10 centimeters, and she's like, okay, we're going to start pushing, but it's going to be like a 2-hour process, so just know you're probably going to be really tired. She's like, so let's do a practice push. And the practice push, you do actually 3 pushes. So I did my 3 pushes, and she's like, stop! I see the baby's head. And I was like, oh. She was like, we need to call the doctor. So we're pushing every once in a while because we don't want to push the baby out before the doctor gets there. But I'm going to tell you what, I was pushing like nobody's, pushing and crapping all at the same time because they tell you to act like you're actually taking a poop. And being that majority of my life I have been constipated, I know what that is like, to push to take a poop. So I pushed that little boy out, and when I saw him, I thought, what is that? He was the weirdest alien looking thing I've ever seen before in my life. His head was as long as his body, and he barely cried because he knows his mama don't play all that crying crap. But no, sweet little baby, just as weird. He's still a little weird looking, but he's grown into his cuteness. He is growing into it as I put weight on him. But yeah, I don't know why people say their babies were cute when they were born, because that's a lie. My child looked like he was from the 5th dimension or something. But that's alright. I know his looks are going to come. I'm sure of it. But anywho, I'm sure that is my time. I'll be doing another vlog. I'm trying to think of what else. I'm forgetting so much stuff right now. And I know there's so many more things that I wanted to tell you all. But yeah, I had my baby. I'm a mama. I pushed him out in less than 30 minutes. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. And we only took that long because we had to wait on the doctor. and I didn't hurt anything. I mean, it's for nothing to have gone my way. Everything went perfect. The baby was completely healthy. After NICU checked to make sure he hadn't inhaled any of the meconium. And I mean, I healed. People who talked to me right after I had the baby thought that I didn't have the baby. I think it's really good if you just get an epidural instead of all the other drugs that make you a little hazy, because you really are more alert and the baby's more alert after you have the baby. So just a tidbit, if you think that you can't do it without medication. I think I could have if I wouldn't have went to the hospital so early, made it through. But you know what? God has a purpose. God has a plan. And he, again, did not inform me what that plan was. But hey, it turned out all right. Okay, I'll check in with y'all later. Love, peace, and hair grease.